All right, so if you're in Tamil Nadu or maybe over in Kerala, chances are you're seeing some pretty heavy clouds today. So let's break this down. We're going to look at exactly what's causing this weather, where the heaviest rain is set to fall today, November 16th, and, what's on the horizon.
Okay, so this is the big question, right? The one everyone's asking. Where is all this rain going to hit the hardest? Well, to get that answer, we've got to first take a look at the system that's actually driving all of this.
And there it is. This is our main event. A brand new low pressure area has just formed. You can really think of this thing as the engine that's going to power all the rain we're expecting.
So, what's the big deal here? Well, just yesterday, all we had was something called an upper air cyclonic circulation. Basically, it was just a bit of a spin high up in the atmosphere, not super organized. But today, that's all changed. That spin has gotten much stronger, it's dropped down to the surface, and now it's officially a low pressure area, sitting right there near Sri Lanka.
So, what exactly is a low pressure area? In simple terms, it's pretty much a giant atmospheric rain-making machine. It acts like a vacuum cleaner, sucking in all that moist air, forcing it to go up and cool down. And that's what gives us the big clouds and the heavy rain we know so well from our monsoon season. All right, so where's this thing going? The current track has it moving toward the Gulf of Mannar. Now, here's something important. Because it's so close to land, it's probably not going to intensify into a full-blown cyclone. But, and this is really the key part, it's acting like a massive fan. It's just pulling in tons of moisture from the Bay of Bengal and blasting it right at the Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, so with all that in mind, let's get into the specifics. What does this actually mean for you? We're going to look at the detailed forecast now and see which districts are getting specific alerts. So, where is all this rain actually going to fall? And this really tells the story. You can see exactly who's in the direct path. The coastal districts are the ones to watch. We're talking Kudalur, Mayiladuthurai, Nagapattinam, Karaikal, and Tiruvarur. They are absolutely on high alert for heavy rain today. Now, as you move away from the coast, the intensity eases up a bit to moderate rain, and then the northern and western parts of the state, they should be getting off a little lighter. This system's reach doesn't just stop at the Tamil Nadu border, not at all. It's stretching right across into Kerala, so places like Kollam, Pathanamthitta, and Idukki should be bracing for some heavy rain. For most of the other districts in Kerala, it's looking more like light to moderate showers as that moisture gets pulled all the way across the peninsula. Okay, so this isn't just theory or what might happen. The system is already here and it's already making its mark. Let's take a look at the actual rainfall numbers from the last 24 hours. This is the proof. This is what's happening on the ground right now. And there you have it. The data totally backs up the forecast. Look at Mayiladuthurai district. It's under that heavy rain alert, and sure enough, it's already gotten a real soaking. 2 spots there are right at the top of the charts. This tells us that those really dense bands of rain are already ashore and doing their thing. And just look at that top number, 56.8 millimeters in Nadufsul. That's a pretty serious amount of rain. It just goes to show you the kind of punch this low-pressure system is already packing in these localized, intense downpours. So, today's forecast is pretty clear. We have a good handle on it. But what comes next? What about the next system? Well, that's where things start to get, a lot more complicated. Here's the problem when we look further out. The big, powerful computer models that we really rely on for these long-range forecasts, they're just not agreeing with each other at all. When you look ahead to the end of the month, you get completely different stories from different models. And this is a perfect example of the confusion. You've got one model, let's call it Model A, that says the next major system is going to curve north and head up toward Andhra Pradesh. But then you look at Model B, and it sends that same storm barreling straight into Tamil Nadu. I mean, those are 2 wildly different outcomes, and they have huge, huge implications for people on the ground. So you might be asking, why can't they agree? Well, it's kind of a perfect storm of uncertainty. For one, instead of having one big, clear storm system to track, we have a bunch of smaller, weaker ones trying to get their act together in the Bay of Bengal. On top of that, the big global weather patterns that usually steer these storms, like the MJO, that's the Madden-Julian Oscillation, they're really weak right now. So there's no strong guiding hand to push the storm in one clear direction. This leaves the computer models basically guessing, and that's why the forecast is so volatile. And because of all that, the key takeaway from the experts, like Mass Rain Man, is pretty simple. For now, just ignore all that long-range noise. The only thing we can really trust is the short-term forecast, for the next day or two. Anything further out than that is just too unpredictable to be useful right now. So, where does this leave us? What's the bottom line? For today, the message is clear. Pay attention to the immediate forecast and please stay safe. But all this long-term uncertainty, it's a really powerful reminder of something bigger. It tells us that being prepared isn't just about watching the next storm on the map. It's really about getting ready for a future where our weather, well, it's only going to get more and more unpredictable.